And here we go. Bang! Gate is down, and we're off for race number 8, the 450C class. Good, clean start so far. Oh, a couple riders off the track into the tough blocks. Didn't look like anybody really went down, able to keep it on 2 wheels, but heartbreaker early for a couple of riders.
Yeah, you know, you have all the anticipation, Mikey. You've done the work, you put in the time, and then we come and we blow that first turn right through the bells. And, man, just in a big hole before we ever get started, man. We're 3.2 seconds into the race.
I know. And then you just got to tell yourself, okay, I've got some time.
Sure.
If with some hard work, I can make something happen, salvage something. Another rider down right there. 450C rolling. We'll get our eyes on who's out front here in just a moment.
And, of course, this one being a 15-minute race, our C-Class race being 15 minutes.
So
not quite as much time to work, but plenty of time for these guys to hit the reset button, get back at it, manage the race. That's what you have to do. When we talk about survival, we got to do it 3 times. So the big thing right now, if you're in that position, you have to have a strong mental game. You just have to put it aside. You have to focus on what's at hand, and that's make as many passes as you can, race forward. Don't worry about the other riders, race the track.
Walker McGreal with the hole shot, the number 41 KTM. I think it's the number 14 KTM of Lance Geis out of Jordan, Minnesota, out in front in the first place position, but obviously this early still has some company. We'll see how things shake down. Good drive right there. Let's see how Lance does. We'll get an idea what we're looking at as far as timing and scoring. Riders working the track right there. We came in here, we thought, man, yesterday or a couple days ago as we're looking at it, oh, that outside berm, that's going to be the spot. But then you get into the Bermuda Triangle there, you're going to have to take the inside line. And unless you're able to work outside, inside, and it's been a tough one, to say the least. So off and rolling. All right, hey, I missed him. That was the number 17 KTM, Josh Tickner out front. Lance Geis actually in the number 2 spot. So that's the 17 machine getting around Geis.
And you can see almost a 3-second advantage for, getting out front early, Mikey, having that clean air, having that clean vision. And that results in about a 1.5-second gap, but 3 seconds improvement on the lap time for Tickner.
Justin Burge back in the number 3 spot aboard the number 61 Gas. You got Axel Paulson on the number 54 Husqvarna in 4th. And rounding out that top 5 is Chance Hayward on the number 50 Yamaha.
So taking a look out front. Whoa, what's happening here? We have bike problems for the 17. Looks like he's slowing up there. He's looking down.
It sure did look that way. Thought for a second it was just a little bobble right there, but
looks like he's back up to speed right now. So like you said, might have just caught a foot right there for a second. Might have had to slow up, throttle out for just a moment. But Tickner looks like back on the throttle now.
So Tickner moving.
So here we are, race number 8 on your schedule.
Yeah, no, you're correct. Race number 8.
Yeah, there we go. Race number 8 on your schedule. Want to make sure we're giving you the right information there. Here we go, coming back around for lap number 2. At number 14, Lance Geis. Geis moves himself into the number 1 position. Tickner making a mistake last time around. Thought maybe something may have been wrong with the bike, but not the case. Tickner able to pick the pace back up. Justin Bird now brings himself in that number 3 position. Chance Hayward covers the number 4 spot, while Axel Passon makes his way through and rounds out the top 5 for us. Walker McGreal in 6th. Max Schroyer rides in 7th. Kaywin Matolia in the number 8 spot. Kyle Berry in 9th. And Bly Dusa rounding out our top 10. So 450C just about 5 minutes in this one, but 10 minutes remaining. And seeing lap times just around 2:08, 2:09 inside your top 5. But your leader, Lance Geis, turned amazing 2:05.3. Had a 3.2 second gap last time around. Look for him to expand on that. Just about 4.5 seconds quicker than your second place rider. Now somebody to keep an eye on a little further back, Burge sitting in that number 3 position. He's turned a 2:08.
Yep.
And after that, man, it goes into the 11s, the 12s, all the way up to the 18s. Now Chase Patton not getting the greatest of starts. He's anywhere from about 3 to 4 seconds faster than some of the guys ahead of him. And Blake Broderick in that number 11 spot, he's turning to 2:12. He needs to get past Duza, get up there, hook up with Barry and Matoya, and they need to push themselves forward. They need to form a train. They need to really get some momentum going and push themselves right to the front of this pack.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But yeah, you're on it. That number 61 Gas. That's who I had my eyes on. Justin Berg there, running a little bit faster, about little less than a second and a half faster than Tickner. But if he can get linked up with him, get the lasso out, man. Let's go.
Absolutely. When you've got 9.5 minutes left, that half a second makes a difference per lap. Definitely.
Absolutely.
So still very early in this one. Lap 3, actually lap 2. Looking for our leaders to come through. Should be making their way around here in just a minute. I believe that might our leaders as they come around the beach turn. Last time we mentioned Geis, there it is. Geis now checking in, 2:07.9 this time. Look at that now. All of a sudden, Geis drops another second and a half off of his lap time. He was sitting at 2:09.5. Now he's 2:07.9.
Oh, wow.
Tickner now, he's really got a deficit. He's really going to have to put his head down and go to work. About 8 minutes left in this thing, and all of a sudden, what was once a couple second gap, now about 7 seconds.
Yeah, impressive. And for those watching at home, if you're wondering, it is Lance Geis out in front, not Hadrick, Mason Hadrick, the 48 KTM. So for the Lance Geis fans out there, don't panic.
Right.
He is in P1 right now.
Exactly. So far, our fast lap, that is Hadrick, and that's not going to stand. They're showing a partial lap right there, 47 seconds. So I'm going to guess somewhere around that 2:07. And it was probably Geis or Tickner, one or the other, that delivered our fast lap. Truly.
Yeah, that it might be that 2:07.940. I can't remember exactly what Tickner had earlier, but yeah, he's right in there, and Lance really stretching this thing out.
I got to tell you, looks really solid too. Really strong in the corners, Mikey. Got good body position. Look at this. Really smooth with the throttle. And I tell you, throttle control key down here, you think, oh, it's deep, it's sandy. Just grab a handful, grip it and rip it, bro. Go for it. But it's easy to steer with the rear down here. It's easy for that thing to kick out. It's easy to bust through that top surface 4 or 5 inches. All of a sudden, you've got that hard base underneath. So you go from deep traction to no traction. And very touchy situation. So throttle control, believe it or not, key here at the ranch.
It's funny you say that because I can't tell you how many times as we're watching practice yesterday, I see people up here talking shop on the at the announcer tower, and I know folks at home can't see my hand gesture, but I saw a lot of this. You're coming in and bam, you get your rear end getting washed out.
Absolutely, too much bite from the front, too much power to the rear, and the next thing you know, swap side to side, and loss of time, loss of position, everything. So 450C race number 8. Coming up next, race number, well, actually, it's going to be Open Pro Sport is actually labeled as race 37 on our docket today. It'll be the 9th race of the program. So Open Pro Sport, you're going to see the fences start to get lined here in just a moment, Mikey. Everybody's going to get to the infield. They're going to go to the Polysport pond right there. Everybody wants a front row seat for Open Pro Sport, including Rodney Tomlin.
That's right.
Hey, by the way, Wes Kane, Big John is looking for you. Wes Kane, forgot about 10 minutes ago, Big John come up here looking. Wes, we need to move your truck and a couple of your buddies, I guess, down there by the beach. So, Wes Kane, we need to get your vehicle moved. See Big John, he'll work that out with you, tell you where you can find some good parking.
All right, Lance Geis out front. Turning and burning, got that 2:09 now, slowing up a little bit after lap number 4. Geist doing his thing out front, Megawatt.
Oh, it's getting deep up here in the tower. It's early in the day, okay? Listen, we're only on race number 8 on Tuesday, and we just already got us in this position, so I love it.
That's what we told our on-track kids. Look, you want to get into this, you better have thick skin, son.
I guarantee it, because hey, believe me, we go at each other as fast as we go at the riders, I'll guarantee you.
And that's how you know you made it.
Absolutely.
When you start ripping on each other off air, you're like, oh, okay, hey, I made it. I'm here.
When Mikey Waynes lays his best insult on your pencil legs, your chicken legs, you know that you've done it. Megawatt can take it.
I set you straight on social media. I don't know if you saw it. I posted.
I did.
I said, look, me and Heath Harrison, man. Me and Heath Harrison.
I've seen some of the best Photoshop in the world, and that's one of them, I can tell you.
When that picture was taken, that wasn't a thing, okay?
21-inch pythons, brother, yeah.
I was on the edge of 20, so
all right, back to Lance Geist.
Let's get back to racing. My God. Lance is doing work. I mean, absolutely great race. He's been consistent on
I was going to say, how consistent, Mikey? Take a look, 207 to 209.
He's right in that ballpark. I think if I'm the trainer, I'm looking at going pretty
So you have
good.
a 10% variance per lap, 2 seconds per lap variance at 100+ degrees out there today. So actually great conditions. It is starting to warm up just a bit. The breeze going up and down a little bit. But Mikey, not those brutal, feels like 115 days. We don't have quite the humidity. Yeah, it's getting a little thick out there yet, but it's not that wet blanket feel as of yet either. So just about 3 minutes left on the clock. Take a quick look here. I believe next time around probably pick up the 2-lap card. Yeah, leader will pick up the 2-lap card next time around.
Geist out in front, Tickner into the 2 spot, Chance Hayward in the number 3 spot, Justin Burge up into the number 3 position after 4. So that drops Chance Hayward back to they're going back and forth. I don't know what's going on. Scratch that. I might just avoid it. How about Kawan Matolia in the number 5 spot on that number 80? Oh, in the 17, Tickner with a mistake right there. How much time is Tickner going to lose? Hayward was about 3.5 seconds back.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. This time around, leader is going to pick up the 2-lap board. Where is our leader right now? Should be working his way back around the tree, I believe, over there.
I think you are correct. There's the 1-7 Tickner on Racer TV. And again, just a real small mistake by Tickner, but enough to make a little bit of a difference for him. So going to have to put in the work here late.
Absolutely.
Justin Bird right there, the 61 gas machine.
For sure. Now, as this one winds down, as that 2-lap card comes out, should be seeing those guys. Looks like they're coming up over the hump there. There we go. Leaders coming back around. Definitely going to pick up the white flag. Going to be 1 to go next time around. And less than a lap to do some work right here. Gap 11.8.
Scooting.
And when you take a look at that 212.9, 212.9, then 210 by Hayward, you wonder, there it is. Hayward into that 2nd position. I thought that the pass may have been made. And look at Kawan Matolia bringing himself into the 3rd position here with a lap to go.
So Tickner's mistake.
Costly.
Yeah, from a 2 to a 5 right now, and that's that bubble you were talking about when you get into championship conversation.
Absolutely. All of a sudden, that 5th place becomes worrisome. That becomes a concern when we look at the overall picture. And that was just a very small mistake that cost those positions and could be very costly in the big picture.
Tickner, you got a little bit of time left. See if he can pick up at least a spot. He was only about a second and a half back from Berg. Justin Berg, that number 61, gas.
But great job in defensive Tickner, though. Great job
for sure
of limiting the damage right here.
Exactly.
Getting himself back on track, being able to maintain, because I can tell you, at this point in the race, when you do make that mistake, sometimes it's just the mental ability to be able to gather it back up, get the heart rate back under control, and really find that drive, not give up. Find that drive to race this thing to the end. And that could be all the difference. That 5 could be what saves the day as well.
It's exactly right. One of these guys mentioned it earlier. They were talking about, you go down, even if you have that bobble and you almost come to that stop, that's when you realize how hot it is.
Absolutely.
I'm cooking, I'm sweating.
Listen, the vision gets a little funny under that helmet. When you're picking that bike back up, Now all of a sudden the heart rate goes. Now the steam's coming out from
Yes.
it. All sets in and hits at once, Mikey, and the realization of what happened hits you.
Seconds or minutes.
Absolutely.
I mean, for sure.
For sure. So just about to bring this one to a close here, Mikey, and I got to tell you, impressive performance by Geis. Chance Hayward now in that number 2 position. Believe this is going to do it. And there it is. Believe checker flag is out. That's it right there, Mikey. The number 14, Lance Geis, bringing home a win in Moto number 1. Wow, sets himself up perfectly for the championship challenge.
All right, well, big congratulations to Lance Geis snagging the P1 out there. He's on his way to talk to Jason Wygant, as is Chance Hayward finishing in the 2 spot. And Kawan Matoya rounding out your top 3.
And we talk about gathering it back up. Tickner was in the number 5 spot, brings it home in the 4th. So again, that 1 position, that shows us a lot about Tickner. That shows us who he is. Absolutely, because that 5 could have easily turned into 8 that last lap. Give up, cruise around, oh, it's over. But no, absolutely not. Not satisfied with that 5th. Had just a little bit left in the tank, and I'll guarantee it was everything he had to get that 4th position. Awesome effort.
Absolutely. A couple riders a note there. Kawan Matoya, who finished in the 3 spot, ended the race about a half-second back. Good finish there. Good battle right there up into the checkered flag between P3 and P1. Chance Hayward able to hang on to that 2nd place position. But, hey, throw that. If you're paying attention, you're here to watch the 450C class, pay attention to that next time these guys are out, as Lance Geis locked and loaded. Weege going to hook him up with some hardware. Shout out to Wygant, by the way. Look at him. He's still hobbling, not slowing him down. He's actually been sprinting in between the podium.
Oh, no, he's not. Look
I'm
at
good.
this.
I'm good. Don't worry. I'm good. Hey, we got ourselves a C class, so a lot of times when they come up here, it's a whole new experience for them. Gold medal for Lance Geis. How'd you do this?
Somehow put my head together and got a good start finally. Didn't fall. Knew the track was slippery because they watered. And just stay steady, and I'm up here.
How good does this feel? You got a gold medal at Loretta's, bro.
So good. I've been trying so hard for this. Gavin Graysick has got me literally dialed with this.
He did. He did. Who do you want to thank?
God above for keeping me safe. Gavin Graysick for everything he's done. Next Level Motocross. FXR. 100%. Black Diamond MX. Fine Tune Motorsports. Mom and Dad. Everyone else I got. Thank you so much.
Lance Geis wins the Moto. All right, let's bring up our 2nd place finisher, Chance, who takes the number 2 spot. All right, we had Lance up front. We had Chance in the number 2 spot. Let's hear it for our silver medalist, Chance Hayward. Come on out front. How was that moto?
It was pretty gnarly. I don't think I've ever rode a track that rough. Just kept pushing through, and he started catching up at the end. Just held my line and just finished it.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank for that, 2nd place?
Caleb Tennant, my trainer, Art of the Craft, Redding Rancheria, DT1 Filters, Blue Crew, and everybody else I forgot. Thank you.
All right, there it is. Chance Hayward taking 2nd. I believe it's Kiwan taking 3rd. And this is a come-from-behind effort. Moved up to that podium spot pretty late. And he ends up with the bronze. Come out front. Help us out so we don't butcher it. Give me your first and last so we don't mess this up.
Kawan Matiola.
There it is. Kiwan Matiola taking 3rd. Good job, Kawan. So not the best start. We saw you a little out of the podium spot, and you made it on to 3rd. How'd you do that?
I just kept making my way up and got a bad start, obviously, but yeah.
How hard is it to make those passes and dig deep late in these motos? Track's got to be super tough.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hard for sure, but Club MX definitely helps out with that.
Awesome. Who else do you want to thank?
Club MX, FXR, Rhino Power, Motorbikes Plus, DC3 Suspension, BRZ Insurance, Franklin's Cafe, my mom, my dad, Lord Jesus Christ keeping me safe, and yeah.
Kiwan Madiola taking third. That's the bronze. Congratulations. I do have a whole shot award to give out. Anybody else need picks? And we do have a whole shot award. This is an awesome name here. We need Walker McGreal to the podium because we've got a Stasic whole shot award for Walker McGreal. Oh, we got a big photo shoot going on there with that Moto win from Lance Geis. Walker McGreal. All right, I'll give this to him at some point whenever I find him. Round of applause for Walker McGreal taking your whole shot in 250C.